Hey, I guess I should go tweet this out, huh? So people know. That'd probably help. How you doing, chat? You living the dream? You enjoying yourself? You ready to watch a hockey game that I suspect might be kind of bad? Not that the Avs won't win. I just don't think it's going to be very good hockey.
Dude.
What?
All right, let's talk about pronouns.
We already talked about the jersey stuff the other day on the watch along with Jesse. So if you want to keep hitting the hot button topics.
No, I just saw this tweet. Dude. Embiid's not even in the arena tonight.
Is he? He didn't even show up?
What?
Okie dokie. The game has started, but it was an immediate icing, so we have to wait. Oh, not good hockey can be the funnest hockey. Okay, time check.
Oh my god, the game started.
1947,
Right.
46, 45,
Didn't even notice.
44.
Wasn't even looking at the TV, was not even in that headspace.
Are you tweeting?
I am.
Cool.
Why didn't you just give that to Nate, dude? Miko, why are you the way that you are?
Because he's Miko. He can't be any other way.
So you saw the Trulies thing, right? That he'd walked out of the locker room carrying a case of Trulies at
Yeah, I
like
saw
10 in the
that.
morning. And
Yeah.
everyone was like, what's going on?
Miko partying hard.
Rachel even shouted out to him, Miko, where's the party? And he said, I'm not telling you. And then we later see it's this promotion for this meet and greet giveaway.
Can you really call that promotion?
You're right. I'm not sure what to call it. He was asked about it the next day, and he said that he doesn't really like doing them.
Yikes.
It's not his strength, but he likes cash.
Well, that math adds up. Favorite Ducks jersey is the original.
Well, the Paul Correa jersey.
Yeah, not the first year one that looked hideous, but like the original Ducks face mask logo. I also really liked the colors. Like the turquoise and purple was super unique. There were no other teams that used those colors.
It's one of the reasons I like the Rockies.
Yeah.
And now they have those green jerseys.
Yeah, those
I'm
things
like,
are
what
awful.
Are you
Yeah.
doing? In what way is this connecting with the city? Oh no, Sam.
The current alternates are good. I do like it in the orange, but
No. Why did they all just abandon ship?
because they just assumed the puck was going the right way.
They had good pressure going, and then what the fuck? That's not even a bad pass from Sam. Oh my
Good
God.
boy.
What are you doing?
A lot of standing around
hell are
from
you
the
guys
Avs right
doing?
now. A whole lot to let the other guy do it.
Dude. Kale, you want to wake up? You slept all last game. Let's go.
Aww.
I'm going to
Did you
Disneyland.
guys see the house that is in Thornton for sale, the Disney house?
No.
What?
I am sending this to you guys in the Avs chat.
Oh, God.
The Disney house?
Yes. I am dead serious. I showed it to Z and I was like, check this house out. And she's like, we're talking on the phone and she's looking through it and she's like, all right. I mean, it's really contemporary. I hate houses like this. There's no personality. And I'm like, just wait.
When there's too much personality.
What's the most frivolous thing you would do with that kind of money?
So I had this idea
Such a loaded question.
for
So much stuff.
I
So
had this
many
idea
things.
for a man cave where I would buy a both home and away of a jersey of every single Avs player, and then I would like switch them out on the wall based on the roster of the night.
I love that. Would there be some kind of automated, like there would be glass shadow
They would have
boxes
to
and they
get-
would
yeah,
rotate?
You like switch them, yeah, for sure.
Oh, that's so cool.
There you go. I tagged you guys in Slack.
Is that what that buzz was?
Yeah, it's an Avs chat when you have a sec.
Well, hey,
All right,
look,
you're right.
I have a
Normal
sec.
looking house on the outside.
Yup.
Really beautiful, actually.
It is a beautiful looking house, right?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, $1 million. Wow, this is a... Okay, all right, what's up with it?
I don't love the yard, but
I don't either.
it's a nice ass living room, though.
It's a nice ass house.
Not wrong.
And then you'll get there.
Kitchen,
Oh my.
office.
She's there.
Bathroom.
I was like, this is a really normal
Is it
house.
just like the basement?
Yep.
Yeah.
Giant Mickey Mouse doorway.
Yep. How big is this area of the house? They even have like a bedroom back there?
Is large.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Yeah. The, like, bed built into the castle thing.
It's a bit much. I bet that kid that lived there loved it, though.
That kid was probably like 40 years old.
Yeah, possibly. Disney adults are weird, though.
Z was like, why would you do that to something that's not your forever home? And my theory is that it was their forever home.
Until
But-
it wasn't.
But
Yeah.
Disney went woke,
Yeah. It is Thornton, I guess.
and they got upset about that, and they said, nope, we're not going to live here anymore because the live-action Little Mermaid was black.
maybe they moved closer to a Disney
at
land
one
or
of the
world.
Disney sites. Yeah. Colorado
Actually,
isn't
no,
exactly.
they probably wouldn't do that because then they'd have to live.
I mean, Florida, they'd be all right.
In Florida or California.
Florida would be okay. I don't
Boy.
think they'd go Cali.
Yeah, the extremes there.
You're kidding.
No way.
Perfect.
Just ask them how much to rent the Mickey Mouse room.
You're like,
How much to
DNVR ads
rent
goes
the
house
Mickey
hunting.
Mouse room?
We don't have a yacht fund. We now have a mouse fund.
A mouse fund.
let's buy the Disney house.
The single lady's house. We should bring one of those guest books that this what's the word for them? The talent signs?
You bring your dates home and you tell them there's something I want to show you, and then you show them the Mickey
And
Mouse.
you're like, it's in the basement. All the lights are off. This is maximum awesome / creepy.
It's a Small World is playing at slow
I will just say,
speeds.
knowing that I had a date that ended with I want to show you something in the basement, and it blew my mind and did not go the way that I thought it was going to, because obviously to two single people in their 20s, you think that that's ending a certain way, right? And it did not.
Did not
and
go that way.
It did. She wanted it to. I was like,
You were hard out.
dude, it was the most fascinating thing I'd ever seen in my life. And I was like, I have to know every detail about the logistics of this. Why does this exist?
Time check 14:45, 44, 43, 42, 41.
Yeah, it was a suspension table. Not familiar?
No, I like the whole held up by like chains.
Yep,
Yeah,
hooks.
yeah. Hooks. Okay, yeah,
Yeah. So she had like chains like in her back.
Yep, yep, yep.
And then she had like hooks from the ceiling.
Yep.
And she had like a table in the middle of it that she had built herself because she was an engineer. And it suspended her.
Sometimes
air.
you got to go to school for your kinks, all right?
Yeah. I was like, that is a dedication to a kink. Like, that is. Wow. And it was like, she was super cool about it. Wasn't, I mean, it was a little shocking at first because I was like, what is this? And I didn't know anything about it. And yeah, I can see why when I met her at the bar, we were having this conversation about, and she was like, oh, I don't do this very often because things get kind of weird. And I was like, I don't know what that means, but I'm super intrigued by where that, like, I don't know what that means, and I am absolutely all into finding out.
Gonna find out.
And then I found out and was like, what is going on here? Oh, Miko. Yeah, so certainly one of the most uncomfortable, like, few minutes of my life going down into the basement where I was like, I'm definitely dying tonight. And then I just started asking questions. She was super cool. She answered them. And then she was like, so, like, do you want to? And I was like, absolutely not. This is way over the top. We're still friends, though.
Nice.
Like,
Good.
she's married and actually has kids now. And I was like, good for you.
I bet she could create such cool toys for them.
Does she keep the basement locked?
Like custom treehouse. I don't know.
No, I bet you're right. Like, I bet she was just, because she was, like, half of her house had, like, cool shit in it that she had just built.
That's very
Yeah,
cool.
that's sick.
And I was like, imagine, like marrying a person like this. Who's just like, oh, you want convenience of
Cool.
having like a
thing. Yeah.
like you want to have like the laundry chute that goes through the walls and down to the basement to where the washer dryer. Great, I'll just build it into the wall and figure it out for you. Because she was just that kind of person where her curiosity just led her to figure, oh, hey, if I don't know how to do something, and that was how she got into engineering. And it was,
If it works, it works.
it was so interesting. Wow, 5
Miko
to 1.
doing Miko things. I mean, that's awfully soft if that was it.
I'm telling you, they're looking for him now.
I agree. They have his number for sure because of all the back talk.
You make him sound like the sassy kid at the daycare.
That's exactly who Miko
The
is.
back talk.
all the adults that work at the daycare are now on the lookout for Miko because of back talk.
Yep.
Word got out. Yeah, interference is the call.
Yeah, that's so soft.
It sucked too because the Avs were just getting the legs.
Yep, it felt like they were starting to pick it up, and now they got to kill this.
Yup. Oh, EJ.
It worked.
Great play by JT. That is so good
Just
from JT.
bodied that dude.
That pin, but also having the angle and knowing he has the time for that.
And he holds the
It's
angle
just
the whole way to the boards.
Oh, good, man.
Yep.
That's the stuff about JT that you do love. I mean, he's always been a good defensive forward his whole career.
Never great, but always good.
Depending on how you feel about some of those metrics.
I actually think in the last 2 years he's gotten even better.
Yeah.
But for a
Nice
long time,
pass.
I do think he was a bit overrated defensively.
Yeah, I do too. Well, I certainly think he was a bit overrated in Jared Bednar's eyes.
Yeah, that's well.
Some of the situations he would put him in where you're like, okay, I guess. Weird now that he's like de facto. I mean, he is their 2C.
Yep.
And he doesn't put him in those situations as much anymore.
Funny.
Somebody
That's
caught a
did
body.
something, Yep.
Was that dunk over Giannis the other day? Just so... I was in the kitchen cooking, and I looked up just in time
Just to
see,
catch it?
Yeah, just to see Jeff Green embarrass Giannis, and I was like,
it's gotta
he
be
has
out.
to retire. You're not allowed to win MVP anymore. I'm sorry.
JoJo's looked pretty good on this PK, but the Avs just failed that clear, and now
Yep,
I'm scared.
And now your second and third chances. Uh-oh.
He got there. It was not a great shot.
That side to side is where you're really nervous
Yeah,
with him because
yeah.
he just doesn't have that athleticism.
Yep.
These guys are just firing pucks at the wall in the
It's-
vicinity
it's-
of their teammates.
Hope shit works out for him.
It is the craziest stuff. Even bad Avs weren't playing like that. Bad Avs tried to execute,
They just failed.
and they just weren't good enough to
Yeah.
do it. These guys are just like,
The puck's over there now.
yeah, literally just winging pucks at the boards. Yeah, I know the Ducks broadcast this year has been using a lot of that tail, the puck trail.
Have they really?
Yeah. In which I loved puck tracks like 1,000 years ago. And I was all about it. I was like, this is going to be so cool. I can't wait to watch a game with it. It really annoyed me.
It was bad.
It
was
really annoyed
bad.
me. I was like, wow, I am shocked by how much I hate this.
Do you think they have the do they go puck trails? Woo!
No.
That's what it made me
They
think
absolutely do not have that kind of sense of humor.
But they should.
0% chance. Yeah, it's a missed opportunity. DuckTales, an absolutely iconic theme song.
I would despise that. They can do that in their cartoon animation show that they're doing
Jesus.
now.
How did that not become a goal?
He didn't even get the shot on net, I
Yeah,
don't think.
I'm not sure how you boof that. But maybe not do that, HA?
Yeah, don't do that again. Be good.
All right, well, this has been a really disappointing 10 minutes with the caveat of good kill.
They survived it, right? If they play better, you're fine. But have not loved the way they played the first 10, for sure.
This is their second to last Sega Baba against arrested team, I believe, this season.
Is it their second to last or is it their last?
I'll just
Because
check.
the Nashville one, Nashville's on a B2B too.
Yeah. Nashville, I believe both teams are, right?
Yep.
I'll just check Michael real quick. I remember looking at it this morning.
Ooh, nice forecheck.
Marco.
I mean, it was useful genuinely back before HD television. These days, I think TV is good enough that you should be able to see the puck.
Oh, their other game in Anaheim is a sludge game. Okay.
Ah, okay.
That was the other one I was wondering about, was the other Anaheim game, but they both play the day
The
before.
gunker, as they say.
So, in that case, yeah, this is the last one. And their last game with that advantage is Saturday against Dallas. Oh, I thought that was in.
Not quite.
And now you have this bullshit.
Nice stick.
It's a great job. Please don't let this turn into a goal after great defense like that. Well done, old chap.
Plonk.
Come on. You guys ever eat at Wendy's?
I don't like Wendy's much, to
I
be
like
honest.
Wendy's.
What's your thing?
Just like their standard cheeseburger.
Yeah.
I like their fries though.
Their fries are good.
They have a like they might be some of my favorite of all the fast food chains, which I know is kind of a random take, but they do like a fresh cut, a little bit of the potato skin still on it, ever so slightly, not too thick, not too thin. Really like them.
They make garlic fries now that I like.
I haven't tried garlic fries.
Yeah.
What's your go-to thing?
I think just like their standard cheeseburger as well is just.
I agree.
It's just like rock solid. It's just
It
it's
is.
good and it just doesn't taste like McDonald's.
No, yeah, and I eat McDonald's too, but
Yeah,
I
like-
I
I
Once
like
in a while.
McDonald's.
Every so often, like not
Quarter pounder, oh baby.
really really underrated thing at Wendy's is chicken sandwiches. Like they're like Asiago chicken or whatever is like so good.
It makes me sad, Irish, that there aren't more server farms in Colorado. I never get good ping. The closest is always like Dallas.
Yeah. If we're lucky, it's Dallas.
Yeah, a lot of the time you end up on like Chicago, and
Yep.
it's like
It's like Chicago or LA, and you're like, dude,
Yeah.
you realize that's a bad option only for me. Like, come on now. Yeah, Wendy's breakfast is also
I've never had their
had it.
breakfast.
like
Yeah.
it is so sneaky because they do like a honey butter on their biscuit, and I'm like, girl. Anybody that does a biscuit well, I'm a sucker for you.
Very Texas of you.
Yeah. I mean, as you can imagine, Denver Biscuit Company and I have had many a mornings together.
I do like that place.
Oh, no.
Oh, that was not great, man.
And
Can
it's-
Kale stop? Is that Kale? Or is there Erod?
I'll tell you.
I
in a
still
sec.
can't tell the difference in them.
It
We're
was Kale.
72 games
it was,
into it,
It was
man.
Kale.
Yeah, Kale, he was so bad yesterday.
I mean, that was
That
horribly
is
bad.
Just,
I mean,
Dude.
that's, you can't
you put that completely
behind him entirely.
him.
Yeah,
And look at this goal. I mean, this goal is still bullshit.
it's not. It's not dope.
He's like this. That's
And it
gonna
goes
miss the net
Into
dude.
his 5-hole and
Yeah.
kicks off him and in.
Kicks off his pad and in. Jesus. I mean, that's one of the worst turnovers of the year.
Yeah, that thing is awful. No two ways about it.
You can't be having Kale McCarr spot other teams' goals. You're not good enough for that right now. Boy, the shine is coming off Dennis Morgan.
Yeah, and it's been a couple games now where it's like, oh, right. He's Dennis Malkin.
He had a great feed to Eller earlier.
He what?
He had a great feed to Eller earlier.
He did, but then Eller didn't finish it.
And then that's on Eller.
You're not wrong.
Totally. What's the plan, Erod? He checks, he sees where he's going with that puck when he goes into the wall, and then just eats the contact and then
Doesn't make him in play.
yeah, and they still have the puck. They're doing a good job here. We'll see what happens, but I just
You got to think ahead a little bit there.
too many times I see him make a decision like that where he just does not have a next move.
Yeah.
Did not feel dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah, get him, Jack Johnson.
Jack Johnson below the goal line. What is
Hell yeah.
happening?
Love it.
Love this up quick here.
Keep going. Yeah, keep going.
Your second forward's just a little bit late on the ice there, eh?
Yeah, well, McKinnon's probably not in much of a hurry.
What?
What?
That?
Oh, God.
Oh, that I knew. Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. That's a tough look.
Yeah, good luck getting them. The price on the thing has dropped twice since I saw the link last week. So
Does that room
they're-
actually, like, reduce the cost of the house? I think you'd be surprised.
That's what I'm wondering if that's what that
Yeah,
was.
That would make a lot of sense.
Man, if Matt Boley's on fire, you should probably put it out. You're going to need him in the postseason. Can't be having him in the hospital or anything. He's on my fantasy team, man. I know he's on fire. What's wrong with you?
Ooh. 5,
Oh my
11,
God, dude.
10, 9, 8, 7. There you go.
Oh my God, Kale.
No trust right now with him, huh?
What?
No trust with him right now, huh?
Well, dude, I mean, he lets that puck go right through him.
I hear you.
And it goes out of the zone, and it's just like, what are you doing? You don't see Cale Makar have periods where you're like, dude, are you the worst player right now?
That's not wrong. But it happens to everybody. Sometimes. Be really cool if he figured it out right now, though.
I mean, that's an intermission thing. Somebody's going to give him
Oh,
smelling
yeah,
salts
for
or
sure.
something. I'll take Bo, though. I mean,
You'll take anybody.
yeah, I'm like, I don't care.
Oh,
There it is.
what a tip. Was that LOC?
Yeah, it was.
Let's
That's
go.
why the eyebrows went up right away. She knew.
The DU sound was...
Yeah.
Someone must avenge them.
Yeah, the alarm pinged all DU people at the
There-
same time.
a ripple in the
Byram's
force.
taking the fists. I don't know.
Nah.
I thought it was tipped on first look.
I can't quite tell from that angle. It looks compelling.
That might be Byram. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it went off the duck. It went off the duck in front.
All right. Good job, Bo.
He needs one more for 10 goals on the year.
Girl. I still think we need a Georgiev, please, shirt.
I'm here. I am so here for that shirt.
Dude.
There's something that's kind of sassy about him.
That Barrett Hayton save the other night? Yeah.
Dude. That save? Yeah. It was, oh, Rudo, you got to go get your
My golf towel, yeah.
real quick.
Sorry, guys. You can't win this. It's mine.
That's right.
Sorry you can't win this. It's mine.
What? Is that a Sam Girard +1?
Uh-oh.
Plus minus people in shambles.
Uh-oh.
Did Ilya Sorokin put up 7,000 points tonight? Yes, he did.
Par for the course for him.
Yep.
The other
30,
day, Sam Girard said goodbye to Jesse and I have to feel it is something to do with the DNVR like representation in the way that this company doesn't go after him for things like plus minus, which is why I think your piece is very timely.
He's always been pretty cool with us.
He's
I'm sure he respects that.
been here.
Yeah, like literally been to the bar.
But that doesn't, I mean, it is nice to know, though, that he, like, I would hope that he does consume some of our content. Some of the content and, like, knows, like, hey, like, I can understand if Curtis McDermott was like, we're not talking to any DNVR
Yeah,
people.
right.
ever.
Straight up.
Like, I would understand where it was like, I might have ruined us all for that one. Like, I'll take that L if that's the case.
Well, and then it's an awareness thing. Like maybe Curtis McDermott's never consumed DNVR, but I feel confident that Sam Girard does.
Oh, I know Jacqueline
Factually.
does. Yeah,
Hasn't
for
they?
sure.
Which is wholesome.
Yeah, but it's also like that's a really good example of like that's a guy that you can criticize that guy for things that go wrong.
100%.
The way that it gets done is so over the top, and that's where I get really defensive of dudes. is
He
when
gets
I'm like,
scapegoated a lot.
like, just guys, knock this off.
What were your feelings on Matt Hunwick back in the day? I don't mean to draw any sort of comparison. Matt Hunwick, do you hate him? Like, was he just the worst ever?
I hated him.
So
I was fiercely protective of him. And this is shades of just like, he was more rightfully a scapegoat at times.
yeah,
But I remember being very protective of him.
my problem with the Hunwick thing, it was the same thing. Like when you have a guy that, you know, on ice, like there's obviously an issue. Like Matt Hunwick and Matt Hunwick ended up having a good career because he ended up on teams that could properly protect him.
Utilize him, yeah.
But Matt Hunwick, Dario and I always used to say, $1 million feet, 10-cent brain.
Yeah.
He could skate like the wind. He just couldn't process the game fast enough. And where I had a really big problem with how Matt Hunwick got treated is that somebody had taken a pen. I think it was a pen, and had in like it was like a white Sharpie or a silver Sharpie, had written, because you remember at the time there was that hashtag blame Hunwick.
Yeah.
And they had written blame Hunwick on the fence that the players just used to have to drive through at the practice facility.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just not necessary.
And
yeah.
that's when I was like, guys, like, it is one thing to be like, hey, I have a problem with this, like, I don't like how he performs, or I don't like this part or that part, but this, like, you see where this crosses a line.
Yeah.
Like, you see where this is unacceptable to treat a human being like this. And you're dehumanizing that person in such a way because you're only viewing them as they are hurting the hockey team that I love, and therefore they deserve everything bad in the world. That guy is just driving to work.
Yep.
And sees that shit. And I'm like, imagine one of you guys maybe not the greatest at your job, but you're trying.
Yeah.
You're putting in what you can. You're working at it. You're having a hard time, but you're trying. And then you get to work.
Good enough. Kind of wish he froze that. Oh my God! Just get the
I'm
puck.
gonna cry.
But like, you get to work and there's somebody has written a thing on your desk that's like, we don't want you
Yeah.
here or whatever.
Yeah,
You know, and
that shit sucks.
And like, there's just a deeper.
You're beyond criticizing a hockey player
Exactly.
at that point.
You're not talking about a guy's play at that point.
Yeah.
Like, you're now like trying to hurt that guy in a emotional capacity.
Yep.
That's what activated the maternal instinct in me over feeling protective of him. And so I don't mean to draw a harsh comparison to Gerard because they're such different players, especially in terms of mistakes that get made. But I always hated the way that he was treated.
There's every team has a player like that, and I genuinely feel bad for that player on
Yeah.
every team.
Well, and it changes from year to year, but now Gerard is like in the crosshairs.
He
Yeah.
definitely gets a brunt of blame.
And he will be, you have people who are like, oh, well, his contract. And it's like, first of all, if somebody offered you a 7-year deal at $5 million per, I'd be willing to bet you'd sign
the
that
hell was
shit.
that?
You wouldn't think about what's my value. And is this going to be a good team deal? Am I going to live up? No, you would go, that is life-changing security and money. I am saying yes.
Yep.
And like, are you trying to hold him to a fair standard? Totally. Like, has he been a $5 million player for you this year?
Absolutely.
No. Has he been a $3 million player for you this year? Yes.
I think he's been pretty close to a $5 million player since January.
Where's the gap there? Is it a 3.5? Is it a 4.8?
Right.
Where do you feel on his value? I think it depends on the person, but just like with Eric Johnson for the last couple of
Right.
years, has he been a $6 million
No.
guy? No.
But you
Has
knew
he-
that when you signed the contract.
Has he been
so,
a $4 million guy? At times.
Well, the EJ situation's totally different. You sign that deal and you're like, you know what? The last couple of years of this deal probably don't look great. You knew that going in.
How's that? I guess I want to see the Byram goal again, but how's that unassisted?
I don't know. Let's see.
This line right now has been your best line tonight.
By like a good margin, I
Yeah.
would say. All right, let's see. So the Ducks rim it up.
Nobody
Byram
wants to
collects
shoot,
it.
though.
Yeah, no, it's unassisted. It's just a really bad clear play, and then Byram goes for an adventure before scoring this goal.
Byram goes for an
Did you
adventure.
back it up?
Yeah. Ducks just rim it here, and it goes right to Byram, and then he just skates around for a while.
Wow, okay. Good for him. Oh, Nui. That guy, at some point, do we just say it doesn't have it? I'm not there yet, obviously,
I mean,
but
if you go through all of next year and it goes like this, yeah.
he just keeps coming so close to chances.
Yep.
And you're like, is he just going to be a quarter second too slow in his AHL career to be a 20-goal guy? And he ends up a 15-15 guy instead?
If next year looks like this, I'll say yes, but now it's too early.
Yeah. I'm not going there now. I wonder, for me, when does it start?
Yep.
I also think he's had such an interesting Like obviously he's been able to play on great teams, but the role that he's played on. Oh my
Nice.
God,
Nathan
dude.
McKinnon's so good. He's so good. You just knew he wasn't.
94.
6 more to go. You just can't keep him off the score sheet 2 nights in a row, man. You just can't do it. Works one guy and then just fires a bomb over Gibson.
Gibson's cheating.
Yep. He's expecting the cut to the middle, and Mac just turns and fires.
You see the way that Gibson, you see how deep he is?
Yep.
And then you see how he
He
slowly...
just starts to creep.
Yeah.
Just starts to creep.
That's a guy that doesn't trust his
Well,
defense.
and McKinnon is selling it as he's going to cut to the middle around this guy, too. Like, and then he just turns and fires. It's sick.
Yep.
Okay. Not the way you wanted them to get there, but they got there.
Yo, a 2-1, I'm good.
You
We're
take
good.
that.
Yeah,
You
we're
take
good.
that.
Totally good. Are you the one with nervous energy tonight?
So I have had happy feet my whole life, but it doesn't come every single day of my life. Because Rudo pointed it out, like, you're one of us.
We all
One of
Because we all
us.
do it.
One.
That's why I just wonder, because sometimes it feels like it's transference over here where one person adopts the persona for that night.
Because I don't feel nervous.
Yeah.
I just shake sometimes.
Yeah. No, the two of us completely understand this concept.
Actually, like,
It's funny, when I was flipping yesterday, I noticed Jesse was
oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Jesse is a big energy guy, though. It's always that way. with
Number
Jesse.
one thing, if you're applying to DNVR in your resume, leg shaker.
Leg shaker.
Specifically, if you're going to be part of DNVR Avalanche.
The abs beat, yeah.
Like, if you want to be an intern you want to go through the internship program, do you shake your leg? Do you have a mental health problem? Like,
Are you mentally well?
yeah. Because if the answer is no, one of us.
One of us. We're all just a little spicy here.
It's so true.
I don't know. I feel like everybody that's met me in the last 3 years hasn't gotten to know the fun part of me. Because I stopped being fun and started being an old man.
You're still fun. You just stopped drinking your way too much.
Yeah, well, truth be told, it used to hurt my feelings when people would tell me that their favorite version of me was when I was drunk.
Fair enough.
And it wasn't ever intended that way. It was just that I was very lighthearted and I was very gregarious in the life of the party and I was very, loud but it would also just be like, is the sober version of me like
Not that
so
cool
bad?
yet.
Like,
Well, I guess I'll keep drinking.
yeah, it was like, this isn't great. Don't love this. Kind of hurt my feels.
Speaking of which, I need another drink, chat, so I'll be right back. Oh, look at that. I'm even wearing my same.
first.
Woo, 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 woo.
How do-
Edmonton hockey is what that is.
I'm glad Jesse's not here for this one
Oh,
because
God.
I already know how
Oh,
he
God.
feels. But I'm curious how the two of you feel about Edmonton at this point. We're 9-ish games away from the end of the regular season. Edmonton has the best player in the world having the best player of what could be his entire career, or best season of his entire career. Is Edmonton scary yet, or are they still just
No, McDavid is
same
scary.
old, same old?
McDavid is 100% scary.
But he's
Edmonton,
always
no.
scary. Like McDavid is always
Yeah.
far and above one
Yeah.
of the best players in the league. You can always count on him to be a potent goal scorer, but that's always been true. They just haven't changed anything. Like the defensive needs haven't really moved the needle even since the deadline for me, that I still think that this is a team that doesn't quite have the solution in net, enough defense, even though I will always count on them to have the goal scoring as a threat. They just have remained unchanged in my eyes from where they were at in the Western Conference Final last year.
One player does not a cup champion make.
Are
And I
they-
get they have
They've
a solid
proved that.
top six.
Yeah.
Is there a matchup that you think like could be the death of them?
The death of Edmonton.
And don't say Colorado because I feel like that's the answer for every team out west.
I'll have to think on it.
Can I say LA 5 years ago?
Well, how do you feel about LA now?
They're not the same.
LA's
Like,
on the
Yeah,
rise.
I mean, Kopitar and Deneau down the middle though are two really good defensive centers.
I think LA could beat them. Do I think it's automatic? No.
Okay. I just wonder about LA as the team that took them to 7 last year
I hear that.
and
Look,
is better this year. Is
I-
a better version.
again, I think LA could beat them.
Yeah.
Would I pick LA in 5? Absolutely not.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't pick anybody against Edmonton in 5. I think McDavid on the level that he's in feels like he's good for 2 wins every series.
I still don't think Edmonton has the auxiliary pieces.
All right. Well, the crowd just went nuts, and then Philadelphia called a timeout.
Seems good.
I can't see the score, so I'm just going to look it up.
We have the posts in the way
Yeah.
of the score.
71-61.
So they're chilling.
Good game.
Yeah.
How's Jokic doing? In 20 minutes, he is 3 of 5 shooting. He has 10 points, 13 rebounds, and 9 assists.
The laziest triple-double of all time.
Dude. I love that Embiid's not playing tonight, and he was like, I'm just going to pass. I got 10 points. I'm going to pass.
We're good. Triple-double season.
Yeah. It'd be fun for him to get like a 20-20 and 10 game.
Yeah, who would else? Like, I don't know what to make of Vegas this year at all.
I watch them play, and I think they're fine.
Yeah,
They're
perfectly
competitive.
fine.
They can beat you.
They're not really a contender.
Their goaltending
They're-
isn't exceptional.
Yeah.
It's not terrible.
They don't. Without Mark Stone, they really don't do anything super duper well.
No, their special teams aren't very good. They're not terrible. They're just Vegas feels like the most like 15th place team. Like they're fine. I don't know. I don't watch Vegas and never come away like super impressed. I just think that's a good hockey team.
Yep.
But I'm not like, God, man. Like, I look at Minnesota right now, and
They're better than Vegas. At
I'm
this
like,
moment,
dude,
for sure.
Minnesota makes me nervous because they've gotten incredible goaltending. They defend at an insanely high level.
Are you a believer? Can the goaltending keep up?
I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
I have the same question about Philip Gustafson that I do about Alexander Georgiev. Like,
Sure.
the postseason is just a different animal. It's a different level of pressure. Every save is huge. There's
Yep.
no regular season rhythm and day off, this and that. There's none of that shit. You've got to go out there every single game and perform at the highest level possible. And for guys like Georgiev and Gustafson, they have to perform at a high level for their teams to succeed.
Yep.
So I'm just not. I just don't know. Buddy, the thing has been in the gutter for half the time. Why are you still holding the pose? I hate this commercial.
All of the PointsBet commercials are weird.
I mean, the one with the rangefinder when he's
I mean, we've
30 yards away.
We've deeply analyzed that commercial while you were in Winnipeg. All of that commercial makes no sense.
What is he doing?
It slightly looks like he was having a seizure. I'm not gonna lie.
It's like bad Big Lebowski scene.
Yep. Soggy fries are good. Don't at me.
I don't agree anymore. I used to.
Okay.
For me, I'm just like, just give me small, crunchy fries and I'll be good.
Not that crunchy fries are bad. I like those too.
What I don't like are the really big ones that are super potato-y.
Sure. They're like not even like cooked all the way.
Yeah,
it's like,
exactly.
Yeah.
Those are the fries I'm not a big fan of.
Yeah. I'm here for that take.
I still really like Carolina out east. I don't know how much in a head-to-head with no Svetch and all. Like I don't know that I pick them. I don't know how I feel about them in a head-to-head matchup. I really don't.
Can Freddie Anderson be healthy for the playoffs?
Well, and they've gotten such great goaltending out of the guy who was their third goalie last year.
Yep.
That I don't even know that I care.
Just whoever can be
Yeah.
in. Yeah.
I was gonna watch Cocaine Bear last night.
I still haven't seen it either.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, I just can't shake the feeling that Boston is another one of those teams that just flames out in the playoffs.
Well, so if you just historically speaking, you go back any time to the '96 Red Wings.
Yep.
You look at all the teams that had incredible regular season runs. Those teams get tired.
Mm-hmm.
Those teams get tired. They get punched in the mouth in the postseason. They find a team that gets all good and horned up to take them down specifically, and can hang with them.
And then they lose.
It's hard to bet against that kind of history. Mm-hmm. You know, it's not like President's Trophy where it's like the results are all over the place.
Yeah.
Including some cup teams.
Right. There's teams that do win it.
Yeah, but you're talking about those teams that have had that kind of regular season. They
like
just
record
run
level.
out of gas.
Yeah.
You know, Florida was lucky to get to round 2 last year.
Yep.
Oh, I thought that was the speed, and I was like,
There's no way he's going that fast.
yeah. I was like, he is not going 92 miles an hour right now. What am I watching?
Otherwise, this guy should be an Olympian.
An Olympian, dude. The guy wouldn't be human.
It's true.
We watch the fastest skaters in the NHL top out at like 31 miles an hour or whatever.
Yep. He's doing triple that.
Yeah. Literally a blur. Like the Flash is looking at him and was like, that guy can move. No, I don't like having too much potato in my potato. Yeah. But also my war with fries is really well documented.
It is. It's been out there. Second period has begun. 1951, 50, 49, 48, 47.
Hell yeah, good first shift.
Solid.
Total, got it out of the defensive zone.
Just don't do stupid things.
Totally did nothing with it offensively. And now you're out of energy and are going for a change. Hell yeah.
Who's ready for 40 more minutes of that? This is why we do watch-alongs. Ooh. Don't mind the 1T there.
Definitely.
Can Sonic skate?
So,
Yeah.
who's the best player, biggest name moved in the offseason?
This offseason?
Yeah. Is it John Gibson or Eric Carlson? Or Pierre-Luc Dubois? Or Connor Hellebuck?
I mean, they seemed pretty intent on trying to move EK. So I'll say EK.
If the new head of the NHLPA negotiated for a higher salary cap and had to, and gave up whatever he had to give up.
Yeah, it's whatever.
But say a $3 million jump in the cap this year instead of $1 million. Would you try to use some of those savings on JT Compher?
Yep.
You would.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't pay him $6.
Well, okay. Well, this leads me into a very interesting follow-up question because I didn't think that I was going to get that answer.
Uh-huh.
Where's your line in the sand?
Absolute max, 475.
475. Holy fuck, I haven't done enough drugs for this conversation.
Oh, baby.
What just happened, Jack Johnson?
I think Val tipped it, but you take
No,
those.
no. No, no. No, no.
He's taking it. He's taking the bumps.
Look at him.
Did that get through clean?
Where does John Gibson go?
Yeah, he just disappears.
Does he have money on the Avs? Oh, that hits
the
a
duck. It hit the
skate.
duck. Okay, yeah.
This makes more
Yeah.
sense.
He was tracking the shot, and
I
then the puck
was
just went like that.
awfully curious how a goaltender gave up a wrist shot that went back bar.
And just like that, Jack Johnson has scored for the Avs before Eric Johnson.
Man, that is tough sledding. I mean, Ben Myers is still ahead of him in goals.
Yeah, with one, baby. It is the weirdest goal of the year. Like, genuinely, Ben Myers.
That one, I mean, the Mikko goal the other day was awfully weird.
It was weird.
Weirdest goal that I could still remember in the time that I've covered the Avs
Yep.
was Sam Girard in Buffalo.
The one where no one else knew where the puck was.
You're talking 5 defenders, a goaltender, and 4 other Avs. Not a single one of them knew where the puck
So the
was.
same thing, I forget who it was, but a couple years before, the same thing happened to Pickard. Where a puck bounced like that to a guy, and no one on the ice but him knew where it was, and it went in the net. I forget who it was.
There might have been enough trauma response involved with everything Calvin
Just
Pickard
blacked
related
it out.
that, yeah, I don't remember any of this. God, I loved Pickard too.
He was such a cool guy.
Genuinely, that is a guy that I wish you could have met.
Yeah. I feel like I probably would like him.
No.
No?
You would have adored that guy.
Okay, I was like, okay, then I would.
Calvin,
Absolutely.
there it is.
Okay, this game's over.
95.
They coming. Was that a Val goal too?
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice job.
So I'm just going to continue. I'm just going to tweet out choo choo with the eye emoji.
Yeah. PS chat. The shirt is coming.
Yep. The shirt is in production.
Ooh, that was a pretty nice little
That's so good from Nate.
find him like that.
That's so bad from their defense.
It is really bad coverage for sure.
Wow, there are a lot of train emojis. Seriously.
I believe it.
Look at this.
That's like
What do we need that many for?
10 trains, bro.
We need to decide on an emoji. My God. I hope they keep it up. Like, just keep pressing. Don't just chill. At
Put this
point.
team down.
Yeah. I can't believe Cardi B sent out a tweet today that
Yeah, I saw
resonated
that.
so deeply within my soul. She tweeted, she said, "I'm not as mean as I could be, and I want people to be more grateful for that." And I was like, girl, same.
At what point do the Avs start feeding EJ for a goal?
He wouldn't do it.
I know.
He wouldn't do it. That's the thing.
I know he wouldn't do it, but the Avs might do it.
So, all I tweeted out was a train emoji, one of the many, with a shirt and then eyes next to it.
Yeah, that's the perfect tweet.
Dude, Lars Eller? Lars Eller making that play?
Lars!
All right. I mean, if he's going to make plays like that, he's once again allowed to adopt me.
I thought you wanted. Oh no, it was Lars. You're right. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not many players in the league that I've wanted to adopt me. I don't care that I'm older than him.
Who else would you want to adopt you?
Cogliano.
Cogs. I can see Cogs. Joe Pavelski. Absolutely.
I would just want.
Yeah, same way.
I just think that Cogliano would be fun to hang out with. That's really all it is.
Ooh, that was cute.
I feel like I could have deep conversations with Andrew Cogliano.
About the real. I don't know. I don't know that there's that many others I'd want to adopt me. But
Maybe I don't want to be adopted by Cogliano so much as I just want to get high with him.
There you go. That's the answer. Give it another 10 years and then you can start adopting NHL players.
Yeah. That is a lot of noise.
What is Kale trying to do?
It's like for the show, so Brendan can call in. They want to try to set
Oh, I see. I see.
which would be sick if we could figure out how to do that.
Look, I'm on team. All our sets should just move to headphones.
Please, can we bring back headsets? Please, could we bring
Like,
back
especially for like
headsets?
the playoffs when the bar is loud as hell.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you have any idea how nice it would be to be able to hear Megan when the bar is loud?
Megan doesn't have to scream at us on
Yeah.
the post game show.
Quiet and talk. I'll note that for next production audio.
Like if we're sitting next to you, it's okay. But if you're on one end and I'm on the other end,
Well, and what I was thinking after our pregame today was that you sitting over there talking towards all of us felt like it helped.
yeah, out of the noise instead
Yeah.
of into it.
Exactly. But if we get headsets,
This problem solved.
just
yeah.
doesn't matter,
Yeah.
you know. Well, and like two people who are accustomed to wearing headsets for
Yeah, you and I wear it all day,
Yeah.
every day. It's whatever.
The infamous tiny TikTok mic. I have no feelings. It's like $10 on Amazon.
Man, they got to 4-1 and they have not stopped.
They kept pushing. We'll see.
They know.
We'll see what happens when they get to the halfway mark of this period.
Yeah.
But
I mean, they know who's in net, dude.
yeah,
Like, again, not trying to be a dick, obviously, but
it's just the reality. I mean,
they understand that hey, if they only give up 15 shots on goal, they'll probably win.
yep.
Hell, if they only give up 20, they'll
They'll
probably,
probably win. Yeah. Fun fact, if the Avs win tonight, their percent chance to win the Central will be over 50.
That game against Minnesota means so much, dude.
It'll be like a 20% swing, seriously.
Especially given schedules, I mean. Oh my God! Give me a Jack Johnson multi-point
He's
night.
kind of vibing, isn't
Give
he?
me a Jack Johnson multi-point night. See, and like that's a situation I want more from Sam.
Yeah, I agree. That
Just
turning
want-
that puck over the blue line's not very good,
Just want more. You have a extended possession. You're kind of vibing a little bit.
and it just dies on
Yeah,
that stick.
turning it over up high like that.
The Avs
just
got
sucks.
back well, so it wasn't really
Yeah,
bad.
it didn't.
But
It wasn't like in a huge problem situation, but it could have been a 3-on-2, and against a better team, it probably would have been.
yep. Bo kind of vibing tonight.
Oh
too.
yeah, he is.
Danger here.
Now he's gonna
Yeah.
get back and do something sick.
Okay, thanks, Anaheim.
Yo, he just covered up that puck.
He definitely
It's
did.
all good. I'm not gonna whine about it, but he just covered up that puck. You know my favorite Frank Vetrano fun fact?
I don't know any Frank Vetrano fun facts.
He's the guy that Miko shared Rookie of the Year in the AHL with.
The co-rookies.
Yep. And to see like
The difference in their paths
well, and like
in life.
one
Yeah.
of them is Miko Rantanen,
Yeah.
and you're like, what the hell? But like Frank Vetrano's turned into
Perfectly
a
respectable
like a
career.
solid
Yeah.
NHLer, man.
Yeah.
Of course. I hope you guys get it to work.
And his shot, dude. Frank Vetrano's shot is no
it's
joke.
legit for real.
When he like that, he could definitely be. I think on a good team, he could be a 15-goal guy on a third line.
Yeah. Ooh. What JT Confer was before this year?
What Alex Newhook is next year.
Yeah.
Did you see on Twitter we were having the Jack Hughes Avalanche?
I did see
what
that
if the other day.
I did see that.
It's always interesting how people just perceive, oh, that means they don't take Newhook, and I'm like, why wouldn't they take Newhook at 16?
You're still taking BPA at that point.
Yeah,
right?
why would you
Like,
take one of the defender? Would you take the Thomas Harley over him? I don't think
I
so.
wouldn't. I'll tell you that much.
The one thing I would wonder about with that is
Yuleen Krebs is the.
do they
yeah,
take Krebs?
Yeah.
Do they want the defensive guy?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, buddy.
Didn't love Johansson's decision there, but it's fine.
My gosh, sir.
Just cover that thing, my guy.
Also, Miko, what? Yeah, Jack Johnson. Don't let that guy get next to your goalie. What's his box score look like right
Yeah,
now?
it's got to be a little all over the place.
You got a no assist goal from Byram.
2 points for Mac. I don't really know who has the secondaries.
Rantanen and Makar on the first one.
Well, that makes
Dude,
sense.
Jack Johnson from Dennis Morgan and Matt Nieto. The greatest box score ever.
What a score line.
And then Nichushkin with McKinnon and Makar.
Okay, so even on Kale's bad
Dude,
nights,
Kale
he's like
Makar been dog shit tonight. 2 points.
Tiff.
Shit, dude.
What?
Just the panic that set in. And then you're like, Tiff, and my brain was like, it's Tiff. It's just Tiff.
Okay, I did that to her and Matt. I did that to Jesse. You guys were down.
Oh yeah.
I was like, is that me? Is that you? Oh my gosh. Is that Paxman?
I mean, yeah, they have to beat Minnesota, no matter, like, even to win the division. That's just Avs gotta win that one. Dallas and LA, I don't know. There's still time. We'll see how things play out.
I'm telling you, just win all of the games.
I'm
and
hear
you're
you.
fine.
Look, if they go 10-0, they're chilling.
They're fine. Do we have any feeling about the Frozen Four this year?
None.
I think it's cool that 2 first-year head coaches are in it.
I could care less.
I think Quinnipiac being in it is cool.
They're in it like every 4th year.
Yeah, that's why it's cool though. But they also don't get those recruits, you know.
That's true.
That's a program that, you know, they
play college hockey systems and make it work.
They were Gonzaga before Gonzaga went big time. Oh, these guys think that they're the Globetrotters now.
They sure do.
And you can't really tell them that they're wrong.
I went to a baseball camp at Gonzaga once.
How is it up there?
It was not for me.
The camp or the city?
The location.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Less the city and more Gonzaga. I don't want to offend people, but it was way too Christian for me.
Oh, okay. I mean, dude, that's a real thing.
Yeah.
Like, that's a real thing. If you're not like comfortable in an environment like that,
Yeah.
it's a massive culture shock.
Yeah.
Like when I moved to Texas, dude, do you think that was a normal thing? I moved to Texas and it was like, oh, what's that? You don't have a super strong feeling about being Baptist?
Yeah.
Well, guess what?
You're the odd one out.
Yeah, and I was like, what the hell is a Baptist? Like, I don't even know what this means. It's a really uncomfortable environment to be in if you just don't live in that world.
Yep.
Feels weird checking ESPN for a scoreboard that's
Of the game you're watching over there.
102 to 84.
Well, it's done. It's in the books.
Oh, Christian Brown taking over.
Is he?
That's my guy. I mean, last 2 plays. Like,
Oh, okay. Got it.
Christian Brown makes dunk. I love NBA play-by-play, by the way.
Makes dunk.
Exactly. Christian Brown makes dunk. Paul Reed makes hook shot. Christian Brown makes 23-foot 3-point jumper.
This is they need to adopt my Unga Bunga on the NHL.com.
No, they need to adopt like Chat GPT.
Miko make puck go net.
Man, I really want to take all of tomorrow off. Like all of tomorrow off. And don't even look at the NHL.
Yeah.
Don't think about
then
it.
do that.
It's hard to when I'm going to write a piece that's
I
going to
know.
take.
They're like days off aren't real.
Well, and most of my days off have either I've spent either catching up on draft stuff or talking to draft people to catch up on draft stuff.
Yeah.
I am so excited for this year's draft because I think it's going to completely remake the Western Conference.
There's going to be a lot of good players going out west.
And it's like, please, just not the one.
Yeah.
Let that guy go out east. Let that guy go be king of a small market like that could use that guy. like
Columbus.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like Adam Fantilli is going to be a great player. Leo Carlson will rule.
But are they generational?
Will Smith are going to be, Will Smith is going to be fucking awesome. But are those guys going to be Connor Bedard? No. Like, let Columbus have that guy. Who's the best center in Columbus Blue Jackets history? Is it Derek Brassard?
Dubinsky?
I don't know my Blue Jackets history very well.
Yeah, me either.
Like, could I name a Blue Jacket between their inception and 2012?
Does Cam Atkinson count?
No, because he's a wing.
I know.
Rick Nash was a wing.
It's probably Dubinsky, honestly. Thank you for the $2, Rick. Which team is scariest for Bedard to go to?
Chicago.
Yeah, it's definitely for the Avs. It's definitely Chicago.
It's Chicago, because for right now it looks like they understand what a rebuild is.
Yep.
Also, Chicago did it right by when they decided, hey, we're going to burn it down and we're going to start it over. They did it with a defenseman in Korchinski.
I love that pick, for the record.
It's fine. He could be really good.
I get the defense is going to be what it's going to be, but
yeah, I mean the thing, like, they have Seth Jones signed until the end of time,
and that's a problem.
But like, if Seth Jones ends up just aging well enough that like
it's not a disaster.
It's not great, but he's like solid. You're fine, and then you have a Korchinski to build around.
Yep.
Look at Arizona right now. Who's the defenseman? They just
it's not
traded him
Chychrun
away
anymore.
Yeah. They don't have one single high-end defense prospect.
Their whole organization is so weird.
Like,
and Lamoureux
right?
sucks.
Maverick Lamoureux is not a high-end. He is not a high-end defense prospect.
Yeah.
That's a guy that you're hoping becomes like.
If you get a bottom pairing out of that, dude,
if he becomes what Caden Gooley is already
you're
in Montreal,
slam dunking, yeah,
then they're thrilled.
Yep.
And I think Caden Gooley's going to be way better than that.
I agree too. I always like Gooley.
Yeah. That I love Caden Gooley? I don't know that she knows, actually. Yeah, I don't.
AJ low-key loves a lot of players on Montreal.
I actually do. You know, one guy that's on Montreal right now that I think should be in Colorado next year, no joke about it, is Jonathan Drouin. To replace Evan Rodriguez as your...
I don't mind it.
$1.5 million. Come resurrect your career in this environment. No pressure, no baggage, totally fresh start.
Assuming he can pass, I guess it would be the mental, not the physical with him.
Yeah.
Assuming he can pass that, I'm all here for it.
Because of how much is unknown about me, and it's not my business to know, but because I'm not privy to what has been challenging.
Well, and that's what's like, hey, if he wants to sign for $1 million, sure. Absolutely. You're willing to take some risk there.
Off air, we can talk about it.
I've heard some things that don't raise the biggest alarms.
That would be accurate. Yeah.
Like, she still is like, okay, that is concerning, but in the scheme of things, to be concerning.
Right. And what I've heard in the last, I want to say 2 years, is a thing that
It's not uncommon.
I'm 1,000% willing to extend the opportunity to a guy. Because there are certain things when guys do them where I'm just like, I don't want it near me. I just don't. And from what I've heard about what he's struggled with, I'm good with it. So, but we could talk. We could talk about this
at
after the show
intermission
or, whatever,
or something.
Yeah. But that's a guy like.
I feel like we turned up the white balance too high now, and we're like super duper washed out. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, great.
Like it was definitely low before, but
with Drouin, like you would certainly hope you have Landy back.
yeah,
You would have Lehkonen, you'd have Nichushkin.
you have some adults in the room.
Well, and but I'm saying you've got some defensively responsible wings that could help with some of those issues that he's had.
yeah.
I don't know if he can crack your top six because he doesn't play center. Montreal tried that. It went really poorly. He's just never been a center.
Hey, I mean, I don't think he's a center. I agree with that.
And then you start to have a serious concern of, okay, if you have Alex Newhook and Jonathan Drouin on your third line, is that the easiest third line in the world to play against? They're not going to hit you. They're not going to grind. They're not going to make you mad. They could be
you could
super skilled, though.
You're watching Drouin feed Newhook would be a lot of fun in the offensive zone.
Right, like on that end of the ice. Is that one where you maybe
Shift it a little bit?
Well, maybe you get a third guy.
That just is all defense.
Well, a third guy that goes out and maybe what you do is you just elevate Logan O'Connor and put him right there.
just
and go,
have him be that guy.
Just go do the thing with two great playmakers like this. Yeah.
He's got a little bit of a dog in him for sure. There you go. Just need to get him jump started.
He can be the kind of amoeba in your lineup where if he adopts the personality of the line that he's on, it's a super valuable trait to have. Because that's what Comfer has done for the Avs for years.
Yep, he's been that guy.
The problem was just that they needed him to be better than he was prepared to be.
Ooh, that didn't feel good.
If they had scored that easily, that would have been ridiculous. You get one power play opportunity in this game.
10 seconds in.
You score on just a couple of seconds in, and it's the perfect passing play, and it's in the back of the net.
Yeah.
And you're up 5-1 and vibing.
It was Mikko, so he missed on purpose, right?
Exactly. They're up 4-1. He's not trying anymore. He wants to pass. He wants to pass to his friends.
Yeah, I mean, we're not Jersey people. I guess I can't. I won't speak for Megan. AJ and I aren't Jersey people, but everything I've heard about Fanatics is not good. Great. 10 years of that.
Love that they decided to do a 10-year deal, too. You always want to make a decade-long commitment to somebody you've never worked with.
So well for the NHL in the past.
And watch, it'll end up great.
Right, it'll turn out aces for them.
Be the most NHL thing ever for this to work and just be like,
okay.
All right, whatever.
It's really not been a very good power play
It's
here.
not been terrible, though.
It hasn't been awful, but that was about to be good.
They
But
also look like they're trying to do too much because they're up 4-1.
for sure.
Like, Mikko should just go and do something sick right now. Okay. Or don't.
Wait for it. Here comes the sand wedge. Okay,
Yikes.
never mind. This is bad.
Oh, now you have a
Yeah.
breakaway. No! Come on! All right, well, that's a great play by
Yeah,
Gerard.
Sammy just bailed JJ out right there.
I love that we were all just like, get him!
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Oh, God. All right, that's the last save that dude has to make this period. Step it up, Evs.
Yeah, seriously. What was that? Oh, that really did look quite uncomfortable.
Oh, Mikko.
Oh, dude. Look at that stick left. That's a great play.
Yep.
He's tired.
I'd be tired too if
Yeah,
I
you just see him sitting over there. Ugh. That's a lot of skating.
Three and a half minutes left in the period. I mean, just get out. You're up 4-1 in the third.
Yeah. Whatever you add on offense here is great. You
Yep.
love that. Just don't give anything else up.
Yep.
Don't let them feel good and sexy about themselves.
I mean, it's Anaheim. Does anybody feel sexy in that city?
I mean, I'm sure Trevor Zegras does.
Yeah, but then they call it LA when they feel sexy. You think? I don't know if his brain is big enough to be Mojo Jojo.
It's crazy how many people hate him.
Oh, he is
It's crazy to
reviled
me.
by a lot of people. I don't get it.
Well, and I think it's really just the confidence, the swagger,
Sure.
the way he kind of carries himself. I think old school hockey people hate it.
Sucks to suck, old school hockey people.
And like old school hockey people have a point sometimes.
Sometimes. I don't think there's a lot of point with Zegras most of the time, but
I think there's something to be said about a guy that earns the flowers. You know, that he does some really awesome shit and then
talk shit about it.
yeah, and then can kind of stomp around, but he's really hated. And I don't know anything about him off ice, so I have no idea if
same.
he's I just assume he's a dick, honestly.
Problematic, like you wouldn't expect in a young career. Like I've heard worse things about
Yeah.
Well, I don't want him hurt. Yeah.
That is surprisingly accurate.
That is a great
Yeah.
comparison.
Also thinks he's the hottest shit imaginable. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and what's frustrating about a guy like that is on his best day, he's right.
Yeah. Most days when he comes at you, the big dog will back off the chihuahua. But that one day where the big dog decides to fight, I don't know.
What? LOC taking the fall here for Cogliano? Oh, hell nah.
Cogs has too many penalty minutes, so they had to balance it out.
They have the same number of minors.
They're like, but we think Andrew's more.
Yeah.
Well, so Cogs took the last one. We can't give him a lead, so. Uh-oh.
A slapper there was a weird choice.
Is that Max Jones?
I don't know, to be honest.
I'm trying to figure out who the Ducks even are these days.
A bunch of dudes and
you think-
Trevor Zegras.
Do you think Cam Fowler just looks around and goes, what the hell
Yes,
happened?
Definitely, yes.
That's such a great stick from Val.
Yep, it was nasty.
And that's even a nice play from JT. Val's just like, I'm tired.
I know the skating isn't all the way back yet, but everything else in his game is there,
Dude,
man.
he looks great. I'm not worrying about what's not there when what's there is that
right,
good.
exactly.
I was surprised nobody picked him up at the deadline, Derek Grant. Kind of that fourth line, jack of all trades, plays on both units. Will pretend to fight somebody every once in a while, like veteran guy, well liked, that kind of thing. I was having nightmares about it being the Avs.
Instead, they did nothing.
I still like. I don't know, just that there wasn't another defenseman.
Yeah, it was just weird.
It just felt so obvious that it was there. Because I can get the prices on some of these forwards it was too much.
But like Klingberg took a fourth.
That was the one that was the one that kind of killed me.
Yeah.
Where I was like, oh, come on. Like, even if they went and got that guy for a fourth and he wasn't even playing right now.
It's a fourth.
Like, and that's a guy that fits your style and and he's not in Minnesota. Oof.
I can't even imagine what a horse breed cheese type sound would be. Okay, just send it up the ice and pin it in their zone for 10 seconds and you're chilling.
I mean, this is not unlike the position they were in the first time these two teams played already this year.
Yep, just don't mess it up this time.
Their performance earlier was arguably more dominant when they were up 3-0 and we're out shooting them 30-10. And they lost that game.
They sure did.
What? Yep, they lost that game 5-3. So I want to see a good third period here.
Yep, finish the job.
No nonsense.
But as far as that period's concerned, you loved it. Avs did exactly what they needed to do. You're chilling. I'm chilling. My bladder's not chilling. So
if this stays, can we give Jack Johnson king of the game?
Can you, though? I mean, it's your choice, I guess, if you're sending it in. I'll be back in a minute, chat. Who do you think should be king of the game?
I mean, I don't want...
Yeah, you can put us back on. I don't really like shakes in general.
Mint is not my. Yeah. I also like Jack in the Box.
Okay, I don't know if I've ever had it. If I did, I was little and have no recollection.
They're hard to find in Colorado, and unfortunately, there's one 5 minutes from my house. And so I'm just
You're just in the,
well, I'm
in
like
the trap. Bud.
I'm like, dude, this is like growing up in Texas, where there's
Yeah.
one every other street corner.
See, it's the only like ice cream things I get are blizzards from DQ,
like blizzards.
and then McFlurries occasionally.
I was actually telling somebody yesterday that I had the biggest milkshake craving. She wanted me to get a chocolate fudge sundae from Sonic, and I was like, no. The answer is no.
Hard out. Hard out.
Yeah.
Hard out.
I love hot fudge.
Yeah, see, I don't. And that's where it was a no. The Sonic part was fine. They make great shakes.
I think McDonald's has a seasonal mint Oreo McFlurry.
They do. Yeah.
They do.
I would try
That's
that. I would try that. 'Cause
My sibling was the one who liked the mint, not me. So
See, I like the Chick-fil-A, the peach shake that they do in the summer.
I've heard that's pretty good. I haven't
It's-
tried it personally.
So good. It has no right being nearly as tasty as it is. It's how I feel about everything Chick-fil-A related. How dare you be this good?
Their sauces are so good.
their sauce is really good. Most Chick-fil-A
I
things,
get Chick-fil-A sauce from King Supers now.
just buy
Which
the
was a
jug.
dangerous,
Yeah.
Just
dangerous introduction.
get the. I didn't know I could do it, and then I moved in with Enrique, and he had it in his fridge, and he was like, "Yep." He's like, "Let me show you this thing that I do," and he just makes Chick-fil-A nuggets at the house.
Win-win.
Yeah,
I love that.
and he like, guy's ridiculous. He's got all kinds of cheat codes in life. The one thing he didn't have, I bought for him. It was oregano.
I love oregano.
He had no others. He has 4 different things of every other spice that you could name.
Just
He had
no oregano. That's weird.
I
had-
love oregano.
He had no oregano. It took me a while to find the parsley. It was buried.
I hate parsley.
But it was like, parsley's like, you could pretty easily live without that shit.
Yeah. It's
But
not,
oregano, I was like, that's a.
Launch it into the sun. Don't get it near me. I hate parsley.
Really?
It is so gross.
I have a friend that's allergic to cilantro.
I love cilantro.
they're allergic?
Allergic to it.
That
That's
is
weird.
bad. Yeah.
And so like there are certain places where she's
Can't.
hard out.
Aw,
But your hatred of parsley.
so gross. And
Well-
rosemary. I hate rosemary.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why.
What spices? What's like the most common spice with Puerto Rican?
Adobo seasoning from Goya. But I'm kidding. They use their Sazon Goya, which is like a tomato-based blend.
Okay.
It's really good. But it's a lot of garlic, salt. There's definitely more. I think a little bit of paprika.
I think that every group of people was like, how do we build all this shit around garlic?
Yeah,
Garlic.
garlic.
Hell
In on
yeah.
garlic. All right, look, the Middle Ages had a lot of vampires, okay? So there was garlic around.
It's good.
I made like the first time that I made steak bites, I was telling Z, I was like, I put too much garlic on it, and she was like, that doesn't exist.
There's no such thing.
And I like laughed because I agreed with her, but like visually, I was like, there's too much garlic. And then I ate all of it and was like,
It was good.
It was so delicious. Oh my god, dude.
Garlic and like my ex loved garlic. He was like, I've never said this one in my life, but this might just be a little too
Oh. I love Bang Bang shrimp.
It's so good.
It's so good. Sauce.
It's
all about the sauce.
It once again has no right to be
As good as
like a 15 out of 10. It's so good.
I like sage and thyme.
I love cilantro.
I do
Can't
too.
get enough.
I do.
It's fine. Like I'm like middle of the road. I'm like
At least you're
fine.
not one of those people that it tastes like soap for.
I feel sad.
Yeah.
How do you know what soap tastes like?
I mean, you've never gotten soap in your mouth?
I mean, I've definitely had like weed that I would describe as like soap flavored. So yeah.
How would you know it's soapy flavored?
You've never gotten soap in your mouth, bro?
No, man.
You're not cleaning your
Have
face
you
well
ever
enough.
are you someone who can like, oh, this tastes like the smell of a thing? Because there are plenty of things I have smelled that I can say, oh, it tastes like this, but I haven't actually tasted it. I've only smelled it before.
I don't really have much of a sense of smell.
Same, actually.
It's like awful. Like it's like my sense of smell is almost non-existent, and it
Yeah.
gets made up for in touch, where my fingers are like
Oh, hypersensitive?
insanely sensitive, which is funny. But like it's why everybody makes fun of me because I rub my hands on the couch sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
And on like on the arm and stuff, and it's because my hands are really like ultra sensitive, and it's that pushing that balance. It's the sense of smell is where it comes from.
Third period is going, chat. 1856, 55, 54,
That is
53, 52.
Such a good breakout. It sucks that Newhook lost that as quickly as he did, because that was like how you draw it up at practice.
I never got soap in my mouth.
Yeah, I had a babysitter that used to threaten it with me all the time, but I don't have any memories of her doing it.
Yeah.
That's probably good.
I have memories of other abuse that took place, which I didn't
is
think about at the time.
Not good.
Like I didn't obviously when you're 7 years old or whatever, you don't think about that and it being like, this is insanely fucked up what's taking place.
Yeah.
And I would only find out later in life that it was a really not great thing.
I mean, you just think of it as like, yep, that's the punishment for doing the thing
well,
that I did.
This
Like,
was like way over the top.
I
Like this
see.
was like she was in the middle of getting divorced, and like this is all context that I knew at the time.
Sure.
But again, I was like
You're
7 years old.
yeah.
And you don't have any,
right.
you know? And yeah, it ended up being like, it was very fucked up. But like, point being, she used to like threaten to wash my mouth out with soap, but never actually, I don't recall it ever happening.
Yeah.
So I don't know what soap tastes like. Unless it's like dish soap, which like sometimes like
All soap is
when
pretty
you're
similar, man.
when you're like washing dishes, like sometimes
Yeah.
that's
yeah, it all tastes more or less the same.
delightful. I really want that for LOC.
Me too.
He's played really well
He's
tonight,
been
man.
so good. His so good games, what I love about his really good games, and we're all gonna laugh because I'm gonna use the Anton Bleed term.
Oh, he's
but
loud.
His good games are really loud. Like he makes a great play on a PK. He crashes, bangs, booms down in front.
Unlike
He leads
Anton
to-
Bleed's good games. Yeah.
Well, right, exactly. Where you're like, he's a loud player, and we were all like what? Like when he closes the bench door, it slams. Like, you know, like it was such a poor way to describe it, but it's exactly how I would describe Logan O'Connor.
I've never watched the Avs eating cereal. No, can't say I've ever seen that. Who was it? The NBA people is the people that came up with Sega Baba. I forget who was the first one.
Yeah, I have
but-
no idea. All I know is that I saw it. NBA Twitter used it for a long time, and I was like, why don't we just
It's
use
just
this?
easier, man.
So we just call it a Sega Baba. As far as I know, we're the only hockey people that do it.
It's so funny because I was talking to Kale earlier, and he's like, "Oh, you should just put Sega Bob in the title." I was like, "Yeah, sometimes I feel like it's a little like niche." He's like, "Look at for hockey people." in it."
No, it is. It is for sure for hockey people.
Yep. Oh my God, Miko.
Miko. And then that weak ass
Yeah,
finish.
right. Oh man.
What happened to that troll guy who was in here yesterday? What was the name? Peter Sakic or something?
I don't know. He only pops in every once in a while. 'Cause I didn't mute him.
When he only makes like one or two comments, and they're usually really ridiculous, and then he leaves again.
Yep, they're like the most obvious troll comments.
Right, and you're just like,
Okay, moving on.
okay, cool guy. Those people started getting blocked on Twitter after everything over the last few months. I just stopped engaging. Look, that was my line. I was done.
You just have to. It's
Well,
just not worth
and
your
it used to
time.
I used to just let it be. I wouldn't mute. I wouldn't block. Whatever.
Sure.
Then I started muting, and now I'm just like, no, you're blocked, dude. Like you're out of my life now.
It's not worth fighting through.
Have a
it,
good
yeah.
life. Like I just.
That's
I don't
just
know.
a bit of a whole day.
What are you shaking your head for? I mean, I guess he's probably like he's the fastest kid alive. I can see that.
He
being
did
this
look like he was
conversation.
sucking some wind in
Yeah,
that
right.
box.
Right. I need to watch that movie again.
It's like if you find that type of movie funny, it holds up surprisingly well.
Yeah, it does. You know what I watched. You know what I watched the other day. I say the other day. It was like yesterday.
Oh, okay,
my
that's the
God.
freest goal of all time.
I want to tweet about Sam Gerard Superstar right now.
Give him king of the game.
Yeah. I watched 21 Jump Street.
Oh, the new one, I assume.
Yes.
Yeah. My name is Jeff.
That was weirdly like the Buffalo goal where
Not quite as egregious,
Yeah.
but yeah.
it's just as free though.
Yeah.
Because John Gibson's like,
Oh no, the puck's over there now. All right. We big chillin' now.
oh, and that's 12 games in a row with a power play goal.
That is the power play
That's a PPG.
Yeah.
PPG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, for the Watchalong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said you were watching on you guys downstairs. How was it?
That was crazy.
The Nuggets won, right?
I got a courtside seat just from a fan.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
And so did Eric, a different fan.
Wow.
Isn't that weird? Same day, random.
Did the Nuggets win?
Yeah, they were up 20 with like 4 minutes to go and won by 3.
Nice.
Whoa.
Win's a win.
Yeah, who's getting free assists on that?
Erod, Bo.
Are they gonna count?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess they never really had possession.
2-point night for Bo.
Oh, show.
Is that our Bo shirt? Is it just Bo show?
I think it
I
should
love
be.
that.
Yeah.
There's something about him that's so
If
showboaty.
you wanted to flash it up
I'd
a
love
bit,
the Bo
you could
show.
be like, "Welcome to the Bo Show."
I love that.
That's the kind of guy where I'm like, I wonder if we talk to his agent, if
Get
he'd
a
be,
little NIL.
if
going
he
on,
would be
yeah.
into.
He did the Brood with Bowen. Maybe
That's
he'd
what I'm
like it.
What if it was like almost like a ringmaster?
Ah.
And then there's like a circus in the background.
Like, so we could get a face that's very much in his likeness.
I just want, like, in my head, it's just no one will know this, but the album art of the Eminem show, and you just have Bo and Byram there instead of Eminem. Which is both. It's basically just like curtains on a stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder. Jack Johnson having a good laugh. He's talking to the fan is having a good laugh with him like that's not a penalty, and he's over there like, no, it's not.
If Jack Johnson's happy, I'm happy.
Has anyone ever been as happy as Jack Johnson at the Avs banner raising?
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get emotional.
No kidding. He got to do all of that, and then he left, got a raise, and still got to be part of all of it.
And then he gets to come back and run it back.
Right. Why don't you just stay here, man? I just don't get. I mean, it only cost Andreas England, so I super duper don't care.
Whoa, whoa.
Like-
That is Brad Englund to you.
No, like, if I'm Andreas England, I would strongly consider when I get into free agency, if I don't have an NHL offer, I'm coming back to Colorado.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He built up that trust. He could be that depth guy. Like,
No, real talk. He did get such opportunity to demonstrate NHL aptitude this season.
and at 27 years
He
old
should
or
be
whatever,
grateful
like,
for. Yeah.
I just don't like if whoever I don't know. For guys like that, I'm like, isn't there value in being like used in a way that you play quality hockey? Like, you found a home in a system that you're comfortable with that you can do. Like,
All right. I have a super off-color Bo and Byram shirt that we would never do, but I personally would really like. Because we have the 4 Norrismen, right? So because of the concussions, would Bo be the headless horseman?
oh, dude.
Boo. Tomato, tomato.
No, I think
Curtains.
it would require
Yeah.
way too
Let's
much.
see.
I know we'd never do it.
No, I mean,
but-
even it would just
You're right, it's too complicated.
yeah,
I get
it
it.
would
Honestly,
require
just-
explanation.
But
I actually-
personally, I would love
I
it.
actually like it without the explanation. Like, if you don't link it to concussions, I love the idea of him as a headless
Just
horseman
a headless,
because that goes
holding
hard.
like a hockey helmeted head.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
Well,
just really cool.
Which horseman of the apocalypse is he? Is he war?
He's got to be pestilence.
Why? Sell
with,
me.
with his mouth,
Okay.
He's tasted soap.
for sure. For sure, he's tasted soap.
I kind of want to show up to practice later this week and be like, "Hey, Bo,
Which
ever ta-
headless horseman?
have you ever tasted soap?"
I'm scared of Bo,
Yeah.
so I will be funneling questions through Jesse.
Jesse can ask that then. Yeah.
Jesse will ask him if he's tasted soap.
We can have a. This could be a whole bit. You guys can go around with RG on Wednesday at morning skate.
Just ask everybody.
Talking to everyone
Ask
except Bo.
Every single person that you guys are able to get that morning at your availability.
you
Just
taste-
ask them if they've tasted soap, and we can super cut it together.
I'll just turn my credential into Nathan McKinnon directly and never come back.
Nice knowing you.
Yeah, nice knowing you guys. They'll be like, we didn't know you. You never talked. No, it's not true. There would be a few that would be like, no, I knew her. She asked weirdly specific questions and then never spoke again.
I wonder what they really specific questions like.
Like, I've quartered Bakar and Ranton in their stall before for these really intense one-on-ones and then never speak to anyone ever again. So I'm sure they're like, what could she possibly have asked?
And that's where everybody finds out you've been asking if they've tasted soap.
It's like, does she even work here, actually? Come to think of it.
Oh,
my.
God, Kale. The kid's just too good. He just having like the worst game of the year, and he
let's-
just does stuff like that.
Let's give Tiff some stuff here.
You got it? You want me to send some stuff?
Well, what do you guys think? For King of the Game, Byram's got a goal and an assist.
I don't mind giving it to Byram.
I mean, Jack Johnson was like the fun answer, but
I don't think
really
you can do it. Yeah, and
after that egregious penalty that he took.
McKinnon is fine, but I'd rather do Byram than
Yeah,
McKinnon.
because we do McKinnon. Like,
yeah,
it kind of gets
he's
a
the
little,
default. Yeah.
Sometimes it is fun to be like, hey, I had a couple points.
Yeah, I like Bo.
Bo,
Court, yeah.
I'm good with that. And then I'll just send a headline.
Colorado Avalanche mollywop.
I used waffle stomp and somebody got mad. Yeah, they were mad,
Why-
and I was like, dude,
What would you be mad about? What's to be mad about?
This is what you're getting upset about in your life? Like, is this for real? I think face tattoos should be illegal.
Illegal? Whoa.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's not going to be worth the amount of pain that they're eventually going to go through when they get them removed.
I mean, that's their choice.
Yeah, and sometimes I think you should just try and save people from themselves. I understand you can't obviously do this because then personal choice disappears. But at some point, it's like, dude, if a person tries to get a face tattoo, like there needs to be an intervention.
I'm here for that take. You have to sign one of those agreements where it's like, are you really, really, really sure?
Just the thing is,
Yeah.
are you sure? Yes. Are you really sure? It's like fucking Windows.
Yeah, exactly.
Trying to save a goddamn file or some shit. How many times you gonna ask me if I'm sure about this?
There you go. Megan's Eagles clinched.
Let's go, boys.
Why are they Megan's Eagles?
Should we
They're mine.
That's so possessive.
start calling them Angley's clutch?
I love Angley's Eagles.
Angley's
there you go.
Eagles.
That
Good.
sounds awesome. What have
are
we been
mi-
doing all year?
They
are
are
we,
mine now.
Are we creative or not?
You get to take landmarks.
like-
I take American
All right,
League
forget
teams.
Coach's
Whoa.
Corner. Angley's Angle.
Angley's
we've had this
Angle.
conversation already.
We definitely have.
Because Vaguely Sober came up with something. It was really good.
I don't remember.
So was all that. My God,
Oh,
Bo.
it's the loose, you bums. I'm talking to the refs when I say that, for the record.
Did you see him just give loving butt pats to his draft mates?
Yeah, he did give him a little tap there, didn't he? That puck is
Man.
loose, brother. It's still loose after that.
Boys, when they pat each
Jeez.
other's butts, are cute.
I see why you love baseball now.
It is such like a funny like sign of like affirmation and or affection. Yeah, no. Obviously the indigenous New Zealander face tattoos are awesome.
Way different context.
Yeah, I'm
there.
talking about
Yeah.
like when fucking Mike Tyson decided to do it. He needed an adult in the room to be like, no. But every adult in the room was afraid of him because he's Mike Tyson.
Yeah, I'd like when what's his name? The rapper guy.
Lil Wayne.
No, I mean he does have face tattoos, but not the one that I was thinking of. The white guy.
You thinking about Machine Gun Kelly?
Post Malone.
No, the yes, Post Malone. Thank you. Got like always tired tattooed under both his eyes.
Aw.
And it was like, okay, man.
Somebody take away his money.
Yeah, right.
Like that guy's out there doing that, and Britney Spears spent all that time in her conservatorship.
Right, like, what the
Hell
fuck?
no.
What the fuck?
Which one of those needed an adult in the room?
No
Good
kidding.
point.
Give me a break. P.S. Team Britney.
Oh, absolutely, Team Britney.
Team-
There was never a doubt.
Team Britney. I tell you, the worst part of Sweet Magnolias was Jamie Lynn.
You know what? I had a little bit of a crush on Jamie Lynn Spears before she got pregnant. She was on that Disney show.
Zoe.
Yeah,
Zoe
101.
101.
Yeah,
My brain
Zoe,
had
that's-
really
that was
second
her.
guessed it
That
as
was
soon as
her.
I
No,
said
you
it.
nailed it.
Yep.
I love that show.
The amount of random information that this set has produced tonight.
This was also another conversation with Jesse that you guys missed yesterday. How many Mary Kate and Ashley?
A lot.
I love those two when they were solving mysteries.
I had a younger sister when they were like at the peak of their popularity, so I've seen a lot of the mystery solving. A New York Minute we talked about that day.
You know,
Super
I've seen more
duper
Elizabeth Olsen movies than I
troopers.
have the twins.
Well, she's the best one, so
I love that like nobody knew that she existed, and then she just like took over Hollywood, and everybody was like, she's really hot and she's really talented, and she's in everything.
Yeah.
She looks like an Olsen. Who is she? And everybody was like, she's the other Olsen sister.
I am confident the bar will be showing the Women's World Cup. Certainly the U.S. games at very least.
The soccer?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
The bar will be showing those. Do you think any of the soccer people that we have that we employ
they will not allow us to
would
not
allow
show
that
it. Yeah,
to happen?
it's very true.
No, those will be on at the bar. somebody texted me, who, me? And I just want to be like, yeah, you. And just go back and forth with that song. But you can't do that in text because they don't infer the tone properly.
Couldn't be. Then who?
Exactly. I was telling somebody the other day that I wanted to learn how to play patty cake because I obviously was a boy growing up and didn't get to play cool games like that. I had to play with a fireball yo-yo.
I always wanted to play Cat's Cradle. That's the one that I always thought was super cool.
I am unfamiliar.
It's the one with the string and you go like...
Yeah, okay. I am familiar. I also don't know how to play that. Why is being a boy so lame?
I know, right? $2 from Vaguely, who says it was The Angle with Megan Angley.
I loved it vaguely. That was wonderful. Maybe one day it will be properly incorporated.
There we go. Goddamn.
I have no idea what Concentration 64 is.
Concentration. 64.
Okay.
No repeats.
Do you see what I mean?
No,
being a boy is so lame, dude.
Just totally not in my realm of existence.
What the hell did we get as boys that was equivalent?
We got butt taps.
Yeah, on baseball fields from adults.
Ooh.
Great.
He's not the hardest my butt has ever been slapped by was by an adult man. He's right.
See?
I love Red Rover, but I don't think I play it correctly.
Red Rover was fun.
People got hurt.
I was very good at it.
I was total crash test dummy in it.
Oh yeah, like when I was young, like I was 5'11" by the time I was 13, and I just stopped growing. So I was just fucking huge and would just run through people.
Yeah, see, I was very tiny, but made it count.
Yeah.
We had a kid straight up break their arm playing that game.
Well, I believe it.
we had to
We had to
playing.
stop playing for
Yeah.
similar reasons.
We got tackle football banned at our elementary school. Yeah.
Yeah, we played other things that we're not allowed to talk about now.
Yeah.
No.
Sounds familiar, but I couldn't tell you.
So it was one of those like stupid pain games where you would like hold each other's hands and you dig your nails into the other person's like their thumb and their index finger.
Brutal.
What?
Brutal. Can't say they ever did that.
Dang.
I have scars on my
Oh.
hands from it still.
Jesus.
I'm kind of glad I didn't play that.
That sounds scary.
Yeah, right. And painful, like
Game where you like slap the other person's hand.
Oh, Egyptian rat screw? Yeah.
oh,
Well, tennis is different, but the rat screw is the card game where you did it. When we like carpooled to baseball practice, we would come with bruises on our arms because of slug bug.
yeah. Tetherball was awesome. I love tetherball.
That's can't say our elementary school ever did that, Casey.
Yeah, I got suspended when I was in 3rd grade because I took a dare and mooned my class. Suspended, man.
Yeah, that's a bit
for
much.
mooning
That's
my
a bit
class.
much.
Like, and I remember my parents showing up to school and me feeling the deepest shame.
And then being
and the
like,
well, and the principal and my parents were like, "What the hell's going on?" And my principal was like, "We're suspending him because he mooned the class." My dad straight up laughed and was like, "What?" And they were like, "Yeah, he like they were playing a game and they dared him and he did it."
It's like, okay.
And it was like,
I only got
I mooned a group of them. I mooned them. Who cares?
I only got suspended once in my life.
Oh, jeez. I wish that was the end of my suspensions.
And but like look, my dad told me when I was very young, like, as long as you don't start the fight, I do not care. And I didn't start the fight, but I got into it, and then I got to go to a Rockies game instead of going to school.
That's awesome.
Is it? I mean, this is a little questionable, but no, I didn't need to get suspended because by high school I would just skip school by myself. Didn't need the suspension.
Yeah. I got suspended a bunch in high school. A bunch. To the point where my jujitsu instructor was actually our in-school suspension teacher.
Oh, nice.
And they stopped suspending me out of school because I would
It wasn't working.
go to the movies. And so they were like, "Oh, you got to be here for it." And then they didn't know that my jujitsu instructor was the in-school suspension guy. And so he just let me, like, we would just bullshit the entire time, right, and hang out. But yeah, it was it happened a lot. My last 2 years in high school, I got suspended a lot. It was stupid.
I mean, my senior year, I got a truancy letter and had to do all that.
For not coming.
A truancy letter? I had to go to truancy court. Like, and the judge straight up told me, she was like, "You don't seem to care about graduating school, so you should probably drop out now and get a job." And I was like, "What the hell did you just say to me?" I was like, "No, I'm going to finish." And she was like, "Oh, are you?" And I was like,
Yep.
"Yeah." And, well, it was always my intention to finish. It was never like that. And then she was like, "All right, well, I doubt it, but if you manage to do it, come back and show proof with your diploma, and like we'll drop all the fines and charges and shit." And I was like, "Cool." And so I did. I showed back up, handed it to her, and left. And she was like, "I'm really proud of you." I was like, "Bitch, no, you're not. You told me to get a job. Like, don't try and be cool with me." Like, yeah, my journey to becoming me has been, there's a lot of zigs and zags.
It's never a straight line.
You guys ever been to Texas de Brazil?
I have, yes.
To what?
The Brazilian steakhouse?
I ate a chicken heart there once.
What was it called?
Texas de Brazil?
No. I've been to that style of restaurant, though, like
Yeah.
Rodizio's.
Yeah. Yeah. Same thing. Texas de Brazil was like, it was like gourmet eating when we were kids. And so we were always trying to, like, for birthdays and shit.
Yeah.
It was like, who's got the birthday coming up? We haven't been in a while.
That's where we're going.
Well, and it was that, and it was Fogo de Chao.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Those were the two where it was like, all right, who's got a birthday? Let's coordinate. Uh-oh. I like that our natural reaction was, uh-oh. And then it was like, it's the Ducks.
Yeah.
I tell you, this is really awful prep for the postseason.
This is not. You're not learning anything from this.
It's really good. Like, it's really good for the Avs to make these games up, and so that they can get points in the standings or whatever.
But this is not playoff level.
Yeah, their prep for the postseason is going to be the worst among all the top teams. Because they're going to play 4 games that matter in the last month of the season.
Yep.
2 of them are this week. Because after this, these next 2 games matter all the way. Soup's big deal.
Yep.
Yeah, I love that Mason McTavish gets tough when he's got numbers.
Yeah, Max Jones is big mad.
Yeah. Max Jones has been big mad every day of his life. That's who he is as a hockey player. Yeah, get him, Kale. Don't take that shit.
He kind of took the shit.
Aww.
Love that Devontae's giving
Yeah.
the brotherly
The D
shove.
That's
partner.
my D partner. That's my boy.
Yeah,
I really don't want to do this, but I gotta.
And now McCarr's like, all right. He was being a dick to me at the end of this game. Put me on the ice for PB1.
I'm gonna go dunk on these nerds. Yeah.
I'm gonna try and do something right now. Please, Kale, my fantasy team would thank you. We did Benihana too.
Ooh, I only ever went to Benihana once.
I've been a couple of times. It's so cool every time I go. I'm just like, this rules. Oh, see what I mean?
Here it comes.
See what I mean?
He
I feel like you just keep feeding Kale and get out of the way right now.
Come on, Kale. Round 2. Aww. Oh my
Jesus,
God,
Mac.
dude. JT, I love you, man.
He's trying hard.
It's
damn
5-1 in the final 2 minutes of this game that is very well decided. And you're just getting beat up on this meaningless ass power play. Yeah. Give it to Miko. Give it to Miko.
Miko's not gonna shoot it right now, bro. Not for real.
I don't need him to shoot it for real. He can shoot it for fake. That's fine.
Shoot it for fake.
See? This game has not convinced me that John Gibson is good.
Certainly was not his best.
And I think he's had a ton of amazing saves.
But he's had a ton of pucks go by him too. Not that those are his fault even.
And he's had a ton of pucks just carry him off of him.
Yeah.
Like, why is Val winding up for a slap shot right there? What are you doing, man? Yeah, there's no Giannis slander allowed in our chat.
He's
that
dope.
guy rules.
Yeah, he's dope.
Not only is he an unbelievable basketball player, but he's a tremendous human being. There will be no Giannis slander here. He is awesome. If it weren't for Jokic, Giannis would be my favorite player in the NBA by 10 million miles.
Georgiev, please.
I think I'm going to make Jonas Johansson my unsung hero tonight.
I mean, he only gave up 1 on 30 shots, man.
And the one that he gives up is off of
yeah,
just a truly awful turnover. And then when this game was still actually competitive.
He was making good saves.
He was good.
Here for it.
And if you're only going to give up one goal at this point, at most two,
You're
dude, you've
that
done a great
third-string
job.
goaltender.
You've done a great job.
Yep, hard agree. Oh boy. Well, Taves. Is there someone better in the league than Taves
No.
at knocking the
No.
puck out of midair? It's
No.
genuinely incredible.
No, the answer is no.
Game's over. We got a post game to do. That one was fun.
Yeah.
I mean, for a Sega Baba, you literally couldn't even tell.
They understand.
Yep.
Like,
They know the score, literally and figuratively.
does that put them in 92 or 94?
That is 94? 94. Yeah, because Dallas is at 93.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got a post game to do. We will be back in about 5 minutes to talk about
Dallas
that.
is 92.